Hey guys, it's Dalton here with Just Ordinary on another war recap. I don't know what it's been lately, but these last spins have been tough clans. Every clan we've played has been champ ones, and our triple count is down right now just because all of these teams are putting up good bases and strong attacks as well. You know, they're averaging some good triples. This clan, we ended up beating 13-7 triples, and again, it was tough. These guys actually had some extremely weird bases. It's kind of hard to explain, but we'll show you in some recaps. But yeah, their town halls were on the outside, and it was just, you know, kind of weird and bizarre, and just a whole nother aspect than what we're used to. We were still able to pull away with 13, obviously, but yeah, just kind of some weird kind of true bases. And this is Liam, and notice how every single one of those Wizard's Tower is in that bottom section, which means it's going to be huge value for a bat spell attack, right? He's going to send a kill squad in directly opposite of that town hall, and then jumps into the core there. Eventually, they're going to make it through the walls, and then the bats start coming in at 3 o'clock and pushing around. Now, you look at the use of that ice golem on that town hall, okay? It's going to freeze a town hall single target inferno, and then the king is going to be able to get rid of the enemy king and the town hall, which is huge. You wouldn't have been able to win this raid without that ice golem. I mean, that is just great. You know, that was extremely good planning on that. So great job, Liam. And now we're going to roll into the next one, which is, I'm not going to pronounce his name right at all, obviously from his gamer ID here, but I know online his name is Pelox, and I sure hope I'm pronouncing that correct at least. And he's going to be doing like a queen walk into a charge with the king funneling into the core, and the queen's going to end up getting huge value with a couple wall breakers to open up near that bomber tower. And yeah, he's going to send that king to keep that queen funneled into that compartment right there, because in opening that compartment, he's going to have access to that eagle artillery, the enemy CC, the enemy queen, and eventually that queen is even going to take out the town hall. Now, he is going to be sending in hogs from about the 3 o'clock, and it's just going to move counterclockwise to take out all of those infernos and literally just push through those ring of defenses. Now again, you can see like it's basically only one heal spill, and then he sends a stone slammer in on the backhand side to keep the hogs funneled, and then inside that stone slammer he does have hogs as well. So that queen takes out the town hall and then uses that warden's ability over the center there just to keep the majority of those hogs alive without taking any more damage. And then from there he's got, you know, some cleanup wizard troops, and he saves a hog, which was very smart to get that interior structures that might have been missed by the queen, or, you know, a kill squad if it was a kill squad hog attack. But, you know, saving a hog to snipe a scrap building in the center of that village, you know, it happens. And those time fails are not pretty. Now here we have Brian, and Brian, I love watching his raids. He's just real smart when it comes down to it. And, you know, he notices the layout of this base, and he's like, you know what, I'm just going to do a Peekaboo Itch. So he starts off with a queen walk from about the 6 o'clock, cleans up the trash structures to make sure that queen is going to walk according to what he wants. And then he's going to send in the kill squad in at about the 4:30 into the core there. Now he knows that wall wrecker, all it needs to do is make it through those 2 sets of walls, and then he can jump spell into almost every single part of the rest of this base. I mean, just huge value with that. His kill squad actually gets taken out a little bit after time, but he's got so many troops left alive, and he even ends up with 3 spells right here that he's still able to use, and only like 2 defenses after they get through with this corner, and that's going to be the Giga Tesla and that Archer Tower, right? And so Queen's ability, a rage, a freeze, and a jump. Obviously that jump is kind of useless right here, but those freezes and rage are going to come in handy. So he's going to freeze that town hall, rage the troops, and then that's a wrap. So Brian, great use of base awareness and seeing what that base is gonna be weak to, and it was a great attack. Now watch this funneling technique by Tommy right here. I swear, unbelievable. He put the baby dragon there first so that archer tower was only targeting the baby dragon, and then the wizard came up to clean up the other troop to ensure that queen is going to go into the core there. So just excellent use of a funnel right there. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Just incredible, right? And then the king is going to keep that queen funneled into the core, and it's just going to be a queen charge with a jump spell into even like the center of that core. And the queen's going to have access to the town hall. Enemy CC is already taken out. Eagle artillery is now taken out. And then from there is going to take out the enemy queen. And now the hogs are going to have a very narrow path, which is exactly what you want. Like we always say, for those hogs, within the diameter of that healing spell. And then from there, here's a 2-tile moat in the center that queen's able to snipe off a couple more buildings to keep those hogs even more centered. Saves a couple hogs on the backhand side to keep the hogs pushing through that narrow pathway of defenses around the outside. And boom, use that warden's ability at the end, and just so many extra troops left alive. And it was, just extremely good technique all the way from the initial funnel with the baby dragon wizard to saving the last couple hogs to keep those hogs funneled with that couple Teslas on the left-hand side. So, you don't see that anywhere else, but here in Just Ordinary. Now we have Artemis, or Wen, and Wen is going to be doing basically an E-clone Lalo. Now look at the value of this E-clone here. Now you see everything from that moat like towards the 12 o'clock. He's going to take all of that out with the E-clone. That's just incredible. E-clones, that Eagle artillery, and then the rest of those defensive structures. Unfortunately, he's trying to suey those heroes on that town hall, but the queen got caught up in a couple skeleton traps. But that's all right, because he's doing a Lalo from about the 9 o'clock counterclockwise, is going to be more than able to pick up the rest of the space. And just appropriate haste spells, a warden's ability, kind of an early warden's ability to make sure that those balloons were going to stay alive through that Giga Tesla targeting them. Obviously that wasn't an issue. And now the loons just are playing cleanup with a couple minions and lava pups around the backhand side. So awesome raid when we're really enjoying having you back to full speed here in Just Ordinary. So great stuff. Great stuff. And now these bases are starting to get a little bit more, I'm not going to say rushed, but I'm just going to say underdeveloped. I will show this base just because this is more of a pushing style base, so it might be good to see for maybe CWLs in Champs 2 or 3, or even pushing. But this is how Hangover decided to take this one out, and it was, I don't want to say it was loon spam, because those loons, they were like 4 loon drop placements, so it wasn't a spam at all. And then from there, uses a Stone Slammer to keep those loons funneled, and then a healing spell, which came in clutch right there because he didn't want that wizard tower to take out the rest of those loons. And then the Stone Slammer is going to push through the rest, and then a few loons are left alive. Minions and lava pups are going to clean up the rest, and that's a wrap. So that it might come in handy in a CWL or push-in or something like that. And we're trying to cater to all the different audiences. Now I'm going to show the rest of these triples, and then we're gonna move into one last raid from Tommy. And this is another CWL base, and we're just here to help people out, so we're gonna show this base getting tripled, with a few modifications. And we've used this strategy quite a bit, even in the last CWLs where we've been placing well and got the invite to Poland. And look, notice the pathway of that kill squad making it all the way to that town hall, and then the bats pursuing on the backhand side. We showed it at 4 times speed, so it was pretty quick, but that is a general rundown of any base that has kind of like those 4 isolated areas like that. And maybe we can go into a full detailed one later against this next CWL, but great GGs to ashil. They were a extremely good clan. They placed top 100 last CWL, and it was a closer war, 13-7, and we had 3 wars that were extremely tough, and we stuck it through. So thanks for checking